Facebook family and friends. It's Debbie this morning.
And Norm.
And it's Wisdom Wednesday. And we're coming to you a little bit early today as I caught Dad in between changing his sprinklers. And I also had to catch him before he takes off golfing for the day. Sounds like a fun day.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. So Dad and I were chatting this morning and we were wondering what we were going to talk about. And, you know, as usual, I think the Wing It Wednesdays are the best ones. So we may have to rename Wisdom Wednesday. So Dad and I were talking this morning and we were talking about traveling and we were talking about my uncles. And so my dad, he's got a little story to tell you.
I'll tell you about a short trip.
A short trip. A long one, but a short one.
No, this is a short one. My brother Leroy had a new pickup. I think it was a 59 Chev. And we went up Black Mountain and I made some remark about his wife, which he wasn't married, it was his girlfriend, and he didn't like it. I said it a couple of times and he made me get out and walk. Guess what? The next hour he had to beg me to get back in with him because I wouldn't. Finally I did. So that was the short trip.
So that was a short trip, but took a long time. So you told me another story, which I just find fascinating. So you had broken your arm. And,
1963.
Okay, and you were heading to Alberta.
Pat Herman was going out to Peace River, and because I had nothing to do with the broken arm, I went with him, but he wanted to go to Bisector first and stop and visit Marvin Dick. So we did that. Drove up to Peace River, and I have an aunt and Uncle Dave and Aunt Caroline that lived at Wanham, so I stayed at their place, and it was good. They put me upstairs, and I had a good sleep, but I must have been tired because the next morning I woke up and I seen this other guy, and so I waved at him, and he didn't wave at me, and I talked, and he didn't say nothing, so I waved again, and he waved back. I thought, that's kind of funny. Then I realized that I was looking in a mirror. I was waving at myself, talking to myself. So then when I stayed there 2 or 3 days, and on the way home I hitchhiked.
I can't believe this part of the story. Like, now this to me just shows tenacity, perseverance. Listen to this.
It's about 900 miles one way, and because I had time, I hitchhiked. I even caught a ride with a combine.
But how many rides did you catch?
27.
27 different
I don't know how long it took, but, you know, I wasn't in a hurry. 27 rides.
Wow. Can you imagine doing that nowadays? Man, you must have been, I don't know, like...
I had time.
You had time. And you had time? And do you even remember any of the people that you met on that trip? I'll bet you do. Because you are my social butterfly.
Oh, yeah, right.
If we go somewhere, my dad knows somebody or they know somebody that he knows. It's...
Yeah.
We're always looking for Dad because he's always in the corner talking. It was funny, we were in Hawaii and Dad, he likes to chat, he likes to talk, he likes to meet people.
And listen,
he always listens. But so he's talking to this nice Hawaiian lady. And my brother Evan walks up to my dad and this lady and he's like, "Oh, is this our new mommy?" So, you know, it's throwing that sense of humor in there as well. And, you know, today, like, we're just winging it here again, but, you know, for me, every day I start with a little bit of personal development. And one of my favorite authors is John Maxwell. And I just wanted to read you what today's was. Life gives you what you expect. What did you want to say?
I was going to say John Maxwell. When we were hunting last year, we watched a video about him, and I just like listening to him. He's just incredible.
Yeah, I was able, we're off grid, but I was able to download some of his stuff on YouTube before we went off grid. So this is Life Gives You What You Expect. The happiest people in life don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just try to make the best of everything. They're like the person in a remote village going to a well every day to get water who says, "Every time I come to this well, I come away with my bucket full." Instead of, "I can't believe I have to keep coming back to this well to fill up my bucket." A person's attitude has a profound influence on his approach to life. As a coach before a big game, whether his attitude and that of his players will make a difference in the outcome of the game. As a surgeon, if the patient's attitude matters, when she's trying to save that life in an emergency room. Ask a teacher if students' attitudes have an impact before they take a test. One of the things I've learned is that life gives you whatever you expect from it. If you expect bad things, those are the things you're going to get. If you expect good things, you'll often receive them. I don't know why it works that way, but it does. If you don't believe me, try it out. Give yourself 30 days in which you expect the best of everything. The best parking place, the best table in the restaurant, the best interaction with clients, the best treatment from service people. You'll be surprised by what you encounter, especially if you give your very best to others in every situation as well. So begin your 30-day trial of expecting the best of everything. So that's my challenge to you and to myself and to you. Expect the best of everything.
And if you don't get the best, be satisfied with what you can work with.
Absolutely. Learn to pivot, learn to change, learn to look at it at a different angle. So, any more fascinating stories?
Next time.
Next time? I know. He's got to get off for his golf game. So, that's our wisdom for today. And pay it forward and do that 30-day challenge. Have a good day, everybody.
Have a good one.
Bye.